in the game just to get my fatty. And these lazy ain't got competition. It's me versus me, love Key Talk.
Welcome back to Key Talk Media. This your host, Key Talk. Check it out, man. All right. Hey, man, if y'all want to see me grow like I want to see me grow, make sure you hit that like button for me. Let's jump right into the topic. So, the hood fisherman, you know what I'm talking about? There's a guy that's been going viral, whether it be on TikTok, on Instagram, just on social media, period, who goes by the name the hood fisherman. He's a Florida fisherman who's, of course, black, and he just catches a lot of stuff. I mean, he be catching sharks, he be catching all type of fish, and just pretty much post content of only fishing. He don't really post gangster content, street content. Now, if you just looked at him, you probably think he gangster and street. He got the grills in, he got the hair, and just he looks kind of like he could be from that world. However, that ain't the message that he pretty much put out, right? And, you know, this guy has now been shot. And I'm going to get into the reasons on what the internet and people from his town, and state is pretty much saying why he was shot. But like I say, he didn't really put out that image. He didn't put out that energy to people, right? So maybe it could have been a possibility that he was involved inside of that type of lifestyle and he got out that kind of lifestyle, or he probably was just never in the lifestyle. I mean, nobody really knows except him and the people from his where he's from, right? Anyways, well, like I said, he was actually shot. He is inside of the hospital right now. There's no type of updated news on his condition, on whether he'll survive, whether he's inside a critical condition or whatever it may be. However, there is some people coming out from his state pretty much, saying why they believe that he actually got shot, or the reason that he did actually get shot. Of course, we are in an internet era, and I'm finding it right now, but we're in the internet era. Everything gets put on the internet. Nobody holds nothing back at all. So anytime you want to find anything, literally it's on the internet. From people self-snitching on themselves to people just saying whatever. I'm talking about giving the details about whatever. It's kind of like snitching don't exist no more because of the internet. Anybody say anything on the internet? Anyway, so I'm going to read y'all something from someone from his city, pretty much explaining why from his state, pretty much explaining why he was actually shot, right? The person said, y'all favorite hood fisherman snitched and got somebody 20 years. Now, we do understand the phrase that goes that snitches get stitches. However, we barely ever be seeing snitches getting stitches. You know what I'm talking about? You got 6ix9ine running around everywhere. Ain't nobody touching him at all. At a point in time, you had a lot of people talking about Gunner was a snitch. Nobody touched him at all. You know what I'm talking about? I think there was another guy named Alpo. He was like from New York, a big snitch out of there. And he was eventually killed, but it wasn't on no type of because he snitched. It had to do with like a female or something like that, right? So, with that being said, you do rarely see people get unalived or shot or even, talking about anything happened to them for snitching. Just a lot of internet, like, oh, this person's snitching. A lot of internet trolling on them, right? However, this could definitely be one of those times where it actually did end up happening, or maybe it didn't happen. Maybe that ain't the reason. We'll just have to see, as more time actually goes by and actually shows exactly what's going on. But as of right now, 100%, Buddy has been shot. You can even look inside of his comment section and you see everybody pretty much saying, hey, man, hope you pull through, because the image that he's actually portrayed has been a positive image. So he's got a lot of love. You got to remember that the whole world don't participate in the rules of the streets, right? The majority of the world, and even the majority of the black community, don't participate in the rules of the streets. Although it may look like the entire black community is down with all the rules of the streets, it's actually a minority, like a minority of the majority of the black community. You see what I'm saying? But that little minority is actually publicized and like pushed and promoted and advertised and marketed and branded so much that it looks like the entirety of the black community, the majority of the black community is with all that as well, but it's really not, right? Like this guy, he probably got more people on his side than people that are against him. But the people that are against him, if this is what they're doing because he snitched, they probably want his head top, I'm talking about, because somebody did say he had a casket waiting on him. So, with all that being said, man, we'll just have to see how it goes. I do hope Buddy's able to survive and make it. I don't know if he did any type of telling or snitching, but if he did, I'm sure paperwork will eventually come, because we all know it got to be paperwork if somebody really did some type of snitching, right? Anyways, with all that being said, Let me know how y'all feel about the situation. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all feel like, hey, man, listen, Buddy did some snitching. He deserved to get his dome bust. He deserved to get his head top, his melon pop. You know what I'm talking about? How the juices coming out. Or do y'all feel like, dang, bro, really wasn't even on that at all. He didn't even seem like he was on there. So I think they just, you know what I'm talking about, going a little too far with it. Let me know something. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Oh, and also, it could have just been from the hate that he's been successful. We do understand that we do know that a lot of, especially within the black communities, when there is another black person that's been successful, a lot of hate comes because, you know, it's a lot of poverty, it's a lot of tragedy and tragic stuff that's going on within the black community. So you see another black person doing good, jealousy builds, right? You know, Boosie even said, like, hey, listen, man, it's best for you to get out your state if you start being successful, your city, your state, if you've been successful, because, you know, people see you like, damn, I grew up with him, but he being successful and I'm not being successful. They might not even be putting the work in to really be as successful as you was being. But at the same time, they get that jealousy start getting in their head, and they kind of want to rather unalive you than to get out their butt to go work hard and to make something happen too, right? That could definitely be one of the possibilities as well. But anyways, let me know something. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about this entire ordeal. I'm out.